Henry here. Tuesday night, December 18th, almost midnight. 6 years I've been doing this shift. 6 years of the same routes, same empty hallways after 9 p.m. when visiting hours end and the building goes quiet. Just me and my cart and about 8 hours of work that doesn't require talking to anyone. I like it that way. Have since the divorce. Sarah hated these hours, said I was choosing the job over her. Maybe she was right. I volunteered to work Christmas week this year. Most of the other maintenance staff have families. Kids. I don't. Mom called last month, said she'd been trying to reach me for weeks. I didn't call back. There was a voicemail from her birthday, May. I deleted it without listening. St. Catherine's Medical Center, built 1952, 3 floors above ground, 2 basement levels. B1 is laundry and maintenance storage. B2 is record storage and the archive. I've got keys to both. Part of my job is checking the dehumidifiers down in records twice a week and making sure the refrigeration units aren't leaking. Tonight I'm restocking supplies in the B1 utility closet, the one at the end of the east corridor. Mop heads, cleaning solution, the industrial stuff that comes in 5-gallon drums. Standard Tuesday night task. Hold on. Okay, so there's this ventilation grate in the back corner of the closet, floor level, maybe 2 feet by 2 feet. I've seen it 1,000 times, but never really looked at it. Tonight I noticed the screws are loose. 2 of them are just sitting there in the frame, not stripped, just loose. Checking it now. The grate comes off easy. The shaft behind it goes down. Way down. Hold on, I'm getting my flashlight. Jesus. Okay. Keys dropped down there. Slipped out of my hand, reaching for the flashlight. They're falling, hitting the sides of the shaft. Metal on metal. That was at least 12 seconds before I heard them hit bottom. Maybe more. This shaft goes way deeper than B2, way deeper than it should. And there's something else. Light down there, faint, clinical glow, the kind we have in all the corridors. But the building only has 2 basement levels, B1 and B2. That's it. I'm going to need to get those keys back. They've got my car key on them. And my apartment key. I'll deal with this tomorrow night. Figure out where that shaft actually goes. I've got a spare apartment key in my locker anyway. The car key can wait. Grate goes back. Finishing my shift. Wednesday night, December 19th, midnight. I spent all day thinking about that vent shaft, about the lights at the bottom, about how long my keys fell before hitting something solid. I looked at the building schematics in the facilities office today before my shift. The official blueprints. They show 2 basement levels. B1 ends at the laundry room floor. B2 ends at the morgue floor. Below that, it's marked as Foundation Utilities, no access. But I saw lights, working fixtures. That means power. That means someone installed electrical infrastructure down there. Someone built something. I'm going to try and get my keys back tonight. I brought rope, 50 feet of nylon rope from the hardware section, and a stronger flashlight. It's 12:33 a.m. right now. Building's quiet. Me and the night ER staff on ground floor. No one comes down to B1 this late unless there's a problem. Heading to the utility closet. I'm shining the flashlight down the shaft. It's concrete, square, about 2 feet by 2 feet interior. I can see ventilation ducts branching off at what looks like B1 level and B2 level. Standard HVAC layout. But below B2, the shaft keeps going. No more duct branches. Just straight down. And at the bottom, I can see a corridor. Actual corridor. White tile floor. Sterile lighting. It looks exactly like the corridors on B1 and B2. Same tiles. Same fixtures. Same construction. But according to every building document I've ever seen, there's nothing down there. I can't see my keys from here. They must have fallen into that corridor somewhere, or down another level if there's more below that. The rope isn't long enough. 50 feet won't reach that corridor. I'd need at least 80 feet, maybe more. Grate goes back. More rope tomorrow. But I keep thinking about this. Someone built that corridor. Someone maintains those lights. Someone has access to whatever's down there. And they kept it completely off the official records. About 10 minutes ago, I ran into Dr. Khalil in the ground floor hallway near the staff elevators. I've seen him around for years. Internal medicine, older guy, maybe late 50s, gray hair, always wearing the same style of glasses. We've never actually spoken before tonight. He stopped me, called me by name. "Henry, right? Night maintenance?" I said yes. "I wanted to catch you," he said. "We've got you scheduled for that follow-up appointment, Monday morning. The appendix check, 10 a.m. I told him I didn't know anything about an appointment. I haven't had any medical issues. My last physical was in November and everything came back normal. He looked at his tablet, frowned. "Huh. Well, we're seeing some markers that warrant a closer look. Nothing urgent, but we'd rather be proactive. Can you make Monday morning work?" I said I could. Then he asked, "Do you have anyone who could pick you up afterward? Just in case we need to do the procedure that day." I asked what procedure. "A minor procedure," he said. "If the inflammation warrants it, we might want to take care of it right away. Better to be safe." I told him I'd be fine to drive myself. He nodded. "We'll see how it goes." Then he walked away. The thing is, I feel fine. No pain, no discomfort, nothing that would indicate appendix problems. And I've never had a doctor stop me in a hallway at 6:50 a.m. to discuss an appointment I didn't know about. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe the labs really did show something and they're being cautious. But the timing feels strange. The day after I find a hidden corridor below B2, suddenly I've got a medical appointment I don't remember scheduling. I'm probably being paranoid. One more thing before I clock out. There was a sandwich in the break room fridge when I went to grab my lunch bag. Turkey on wheat, wrapped in plastic wrap with a note stuck to it. The note said, "For Henry, enjoy. Karen." I don't know anyone named Karen. I checked the staff directory on the bulletin board. There's 3 Karens who work at St. Catherine's, one in billing, one in radiology, one in physical therapy. I've never met any of them. I didn't eat the sandwich, left it in the fridge. But it's weird. In 6 years, nobody's left me food before. Nobody knows my name unless they're reading my badge. And suddenly someone named Karen knows I work nights and knows I'd be finishing my shift around now. Like I said, probably paranoid. But I keep thinking about that corridor below B2 and the lights that shouldn't exist, and Dr. Khalil asking if I had anyone to pick me up from surgery. I'm going home, going to sleep. I'll deal with all this tomorrow night. Thursday night, December 20th, just after midnight. I bought 80 feet of rope today, and a climbing harness. The hardware store guy asked what I was doing. I told him I was helping a friend with some home repairs. He didn't ask follow-up questions. Before my shift, I stopped by the hospital cafeteria, grabbed dinner around 10:30 p.m. When I got to my locker to store my jacket, there was another note. This one was taped to my locker door. Different handwriting than yesterday's note, black ink instead of blue. It said, "Hey Henry, I made too much dinner last night. There's a burrito in the break room fridge if you want it. Rosa." I don't know anyone named Rosa either. Check the directory again. 4 Rosas. None of them work night shifts. None of them work anywhere near the maintenance department. I checked the break room fridge. There was a burrito, aluminum foil wrapping, still warm. Like someone put it there recently, I didn't eat it. 2 days. 2 different people leaving me food. Both of them using my first name. Both of them timing it exactly with my shift schedule. Someone's paying attention to me now. Someone wants me to notice they're paying attention. It started the day after I found that corridor. B1 now, utility closet. I've got the rope secured to the water pipe behind the cleaning supply shelf. The harness is on, rappelling down now. See if I can reach the corridor. Straight down, pale glow below. Corridor floor maybe 70 feet down. We'll record when I'm back. Back in the closet, grate back in place, breathing heavy. The corridor at the bottom is real. I got down to it, stood on the tile floor. The ventilation shaft opens into a hallway that's identical to the ones on B1 and B2. Same white tiles, same fixtures, same hospital paint, same everything. But there's no marking on the walls, no floor number, no directional signs. Just a long corridor extending in both directions. I walked about 50 feet north. The hallway ends at a heavy steel door, painted gray. There's a keycard reader beside it. The reader light was red, locked. Above the door, there's a small metal plate stamped with B3. The building has 2 basement levels. I walked south. That direction, the hallway goes about 30 feet before ending at a stairwell door, also locked, also with a keycard reader, also showing red. There's a security camera mounted in the corner where the corridor meets the stairwell. Small, black, professional installation, the kind that records to a server somewhere. The lens was pointed directly at me. I stood there for maybe 20 seconds. Then I climbed back up the shaft. Someone built B3, built it with the same standards as the rest of the hospital. With electronic security, built it with surveillance, and they kept it completely off the official building plans. I need to figure out what's down there, but I need access. I need to know who has keycards that open those doors. For now, I'm finishing my shift, going home, trying to think this through. But I can't steady my breathing. Last entry before I clock out. Someone left soup in the break room fridge, chicken noodle, Tupperware container with my name written on the lid in red marker. The note said, "Henry, thought you might like something warm. Hope you're feeling okay. Jennifer." 3 days, 3 different people, 3 different meals, all of them knowing my schedule, all of them knowing my name, and I'm starting to feel strange. Not sick exactly, just off, like I didn't sleep enough, like I haven't eaten enough even though I've been eating my normal meals. There's this metallic taste that won't go away. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's lack of sleep, maybe it's the weirdness of the past few days catching up with me. But I keep thinking about that corridor, about the camera, about the locked doors. And I keep thinking about Dr. Khalil asking if I had anyone who could pick me up from surgery. Someone's been watching me. Someone knows I found B3, and now they're doing something. I don't know what yet, but something started. December 21st, Saturday morning. Just woke up. I got maybe 3 hours of sleep. Kept dreaming about that corridor on B3, about the security camera watching me, about lights burning in a place that shouldn't exist. Spent the day on city building records. Found something. In 1994, B2 was sealed and reclassified for limited access storage. Not renovated. Sealed. That was 24 years ago. Now B2 is record storage and the archive. No mention of what was sealed or why. And there's a 2012 forum post asking why St. Catherine's basement needs federal clearance. Someone who worked maintenance in the 90s says there were restricted zones. Not hospital administration. Federal. Nobody replied to the post. 6 years. 0 responses. Federal clearance. For a city hospital. For basement levels. That's not normal. It's almost 6 p.m. Time to get ready for my shift. My jaw clenches tight. The metallic taste in my mouth is constant now, like I've been chewing on aluminum foil. My stomach is cramping, even though I ate lunch 3 hours ago. I need to work tonight. Can't call in sick again. I've never called in sick before this week, and now I've done it twice. They'll start asking questions, and I need to see if anyone else leaves me food. December 21st, Saturday night. Just after 2 a.m. Break room. Lunch break. There was a container in the fridge when I got here. Plastic Tupperware. My name written on the lid in blue marker. Inside was pasta. Homemade. Still warm. There's a note taped to the lid. "Henry, thought you might be hungry. Hope you're feeling better. Rosa." I know Rosa. I've seen her around. works in radiology, day shift. I've never spoken to her, never told her I was feeling sick. But she made me food. Left it in the break room fridge, timed perfectly with my lunch break. Pasta in front of me. Smells amazing. My mouth waters. I ate it. I ate the whole thing. Couldn't help myself. The hunger was too strong. And now, 10 minutes later, my jaw relaxes. The taste fades. I feel better, clearer, like I can think straight again. What's in this food? December 22nd, Sunday morning. Almost 7 a.m. I'm finishing my shift, about to clock out. Nurse Jennifer found me in the third-floor hallway around 4 a.m. She was carrying another container. "Henry," she said, "I made soup again. I know you liked it last time. This batch turned out even better." She handed me the container. It was warm, chicken soup. I could smell it through the lid. "You look tired," she said. "Are you sleeping okay?" I told her I was fine, just busy with the holiday shifts. "Well, make sure you're eating," she said. "You're looking thin. We need to take care of you." Then she walked away. The soup is in my bag right now. I'm going to eat it when I get home, because I need it, even though I ate Rosa's pasta 6 hours ago. December 22nd, Sunday night, 11 p.m. I'm back at work, Sunday night shift. I ate Jennifer's soup when I got home this morning, all of it. My shoulders stopped tensing within minutes. The taste cleared. I felt normal again. But now, 12 hours later, the symptoms are back. Worse than before. Tight jaw, metallic mouth, stomach knotting tight no matter how much I eat. It's the hospital food. It has to be. They're putting something in it. Something that makes me feel better when I eat it and sick when I don't. They're conditioning me. But why? And with what? I looked up hibernation protocols during my break. Medical suspension, induced hypothermia, cold sleep research. Nothing explains symptoms like mine. Nothing matches what they're doing. I keep thinking about that forum post, about the federal clearance requirement, about basement levels that need special authorization, about B3, December 23rd, Monday morning, 6 a.m. They're conditioning me, making me dependent on the food, making me need it. The symptoms are too strong. My hands lock up when I skip their meals. The taste won't fade. Stomach cramps hit within hours. I need the food now. I need what they're putting in it. And they know it. December 23rd, Monday afternoon. Just woke up. My appointment with Dr. Khalil was this morning. I didn't go. He called my cell phone at 10:15. Left a voicemail. "Henry, this is Dr. Khalil. We had you scheduled for 10 a.m. this morning. I wanted to make sure everything was all right. Please call us back so we can reschedule. The appendix situation is something we really need to address sooner rather than later." I'm not calling back. I'm not letting them operate on me. I'm not going anywhere near that hospital except for my night shifts where I can control what I eat and when. But I need to go back to B3. I need to know what's down there, what they're hiding. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, minimum staff, almost empty building, the best time to go deeper, document everything. December 24th, Christmas Eve, 11 p.m. I'm at the hospital, starting my shift. The building is almost empty, just me and 2 ER nurses on the ground floor. Everyone else is gone, home with their families, celebrating Christmas. I'm not celebrating anything. I need to be clear-headed, steady, ready. But the symptoms are starting. I ate before coming in. One of their containers. Had to. Heading to B3 in 2 hours. 1 a.m., ER staff will be busy. Nobody will notice me in the B1 utility closet. I've got rope, flashlight, my phone to document everything. And I've got climbing gloves this time. Better grip for the shaft descent. Whatever's down there, I'm going to find it. It's 1 a.m. I'm in the B1 utility closet. Vent grate is off. Shaft extends down, past B1. Lights still on. I'm securing the rope now, going down. I watched through the ventilation grill going down to B3 and saw the B2 staircase. It opens into a corridor here, but it's dark. The doorway into B2 is sealed, concrete. Professional job, not recent. This has been sealed for years. Whatever B2 used to be, it's been closed off since 1994, just like the building permit said. I'm at B3. Same corridor I saw 4 days ago. Clean tile floor. The keycard door's still locked, but the stairwell door, the one that was locked before, it's ajar now. Open about 6 inches. Someone's been down here since my last visit, like they got lazy and left it open, not having to unlock it each time. I'm going through. The atmosphere changes instantly. Beyond the modern security door, it's a different world. The walls shift from painted concrete to cinder block. Industrial green on the bottom half, beige on the top, paint from the 70s. And there's dust, thick dust on everything. It coats the floor like gray snow. Walking north, doors on both sides, old wooden, most closed. Some have frosted glass windows with names stenciled in black. Dr. Richards, Research. Dr. Patel, Administration. Conference Room B, Supply Storage. This was an office level, a working office level. And judging by the style of the doors and the paint and the ceiling tiles, this was active in the 1970s or early 80s, but it's been abandoned since then. The dust proves it. Checking one of the offices, door unlocked, opens easily. Inside is a desk, a chair, filing cabinets, a coat rack with a lab coat still hanging on it, papers scattered on the desk, a calendar on the wall showing December 1978, 40 years ago. The papers on the desk are memos, typed on a typewriter, official hospital letterhead. One of them says, Subject Status Report, Hibernation Protocol, Week 12, Hibernation Protocol. I'm taking photos of this, all of it. There's more down the corridor, more offices, more doors, and at the far end, there's a different kind of door. Steel, heavy, no window. Walking toward it. The door opens into a stairwell. Spiral stairs, steel construction. The stairs are dusty, but there are footprints in the dust. Recent footprints. Someone's been using these stairs. Someone's been going down. Down to what? B4? B5? How deep does this go? I can't see the bottom. The stairwell curves down into darkness. The lights only go down about 20 feet before they stop. Hum from below. Mechanical, ventilation or refrigeration. Going down. Christmas Eve. 1:30 a.m. I'm descending into B4. Whatever's down there, I'm about to find it. I'm at the bottom of the stairwell, B4 landing, 40 meters below ground. The construction is different down here. Concrete walls, exposed pipes running along the ceiling, everything painted gray, industrial gray. The temperature is maybe 50 degrees, cold enough to see my breath. This doesn't look like a hospital anymore. This looks like a bunker. There are stenciled markings on the walls, faded but readable. Compartment A through F, biohazard symbols. And at the end of the corridor, painted in block letters, Medical Reserve Facility, Department of Defense. Department of Defense. A city hospital with a DoD facility hidden underneath it. The corridor is long, maybe 30 meters, doors on both sides. Each door has a small observation window, reinforced glass, the kind they use in psychiatric wards. Walking toward the first door. Compartment A. There's a label beside the window. Medical Bay. Looking through the glass. Inside are examination tables, EKG machines. Old models, the kind from the 60s with the needle recorders. IV stands, medical equipment. Everything covered in dust but organized, like someone cleaned up and walked away decades ago. Door isn't locked. Going in. 1:15 a.m., Compartment A. There are filing cabinets along the back wall, metal, 4 drawer units. I opened the first one. Patient intake forms, medical logs, names and dates going back to the 60s. Subject 07, Margaret Chen, age 24, admitted February 1969. Subject 12, Thomas Reeves, age 31, admitted August 1971. These are patient files, real people. But what kind of patients? Reading through them. Each file, same structure. Name, age, admission date, medical history, family status, all marked no immediate family or estranged. Then surgical procedure scheduled. And below that, transferred to research program. There's a document here. Criteria checklist, subject selection criteria, no spouse or partner, no children, no close family, scheduled for surgical procedure requiring general anesthesia, low socioeconomic status, minimal social connections. They were looking for people no one would ask about. 1:34 a.m. I'm at compartment C now. The door is bigger than the others. Industrial lock, but it's not engaged. The handle turned easily. I'm opening it. Oh my God, there are people in here. There are actual people. They're breathing. I can see their chests moving, slow, really slow, but they're breathing. There are 18 beds, 18 people, just lying here, sleeping. What is this? What is this? I need to calm down. I need to document this properly. The room is maybe 10 meters by 6 meters. White tile floor, white tile walls, overhead lights, all working. Sterile buzz. Each bed has medical equipment. Monitors beside each bed showing vital signs. Old machines with needle recorders drawing continuous waves on paper. Bags hanging. Tubes running to their arms. Mountains of paper coiled on the floor. Decades worth. The monitors show heart rate 8 to 10 beats per minute. Respiration 2 breaths per minute. Temperature 32 degrees Celsius. Below normal. But the readouts all show stable. Walking to the nearest bed. Subject 07. Female. Appears mid-30s. Extremely thin but not emaciated. Skin pale. Breathing so slowly I could barely see it. Eyes closed. Peaceful expression. Her chart in front of me. Subject 07. Margaret Chen. Age at intake 24. February 1969. Today is December 25th, 2018. She should be 73 years old. She looks 35. Subject 19. Male. Admitted 2017. 2017. Last year. They're still doing this. Whatever this is, they're still doing it. Noticed something. The monitors. All 18 of them. The heartbeats are synchronized. Not close. Identical. I'm watching the EKG needles. Every 7.5 seconds, all 18 spike at exactly the same moment. Same with respiration. Every 30 seconds, all 18 chests rise and fall together. That's not natural. That's not possible. What is this place? 2:14 a.m. I found an office connected to the chamber. Small room, desk, filing cabinet, logbooks. I should call the police. Tell them about B3, about the DOD markings, about the files, about the people sleeping in the chamber. There are protocol documents on the desk, typed pages, faded. Most of it is illegible now. I can make out fragments. Medication schedule, day 1 through 7, day 7, checkmark, day 9, notation in margin, subject compliance, but the rest is unreadable, compound K dash something. At the very bottom, in smaller print, phase 4, protocol, implementation date, redacted, authorization, redacted. Nothing is complete. Nothing explains what they did or why. 2:27 a.m. I figured it out. This is what they've been doing. Taking patients, putting them under, keeping them asleep for years. The protocol says indefinite duration. These people could stay like this forever. There's a folder on the desk. Label says 2018 candidates. I'm opening it. My hands won't cooperate. That's my name. That's my file. Webb, Henry, age 34, maintenance staff. The rest is mostly filled in. Checkboxes. Most are marked yes. Some boxes have notations I cannot read. There are dates, December 15th, December 27th. At the bottom, a single line of handwriting. Faded pen. 2 words I can make out. Green light. That's all. I don't need to read the rest to know what it means. The surgery is in 2 days. My file has dates. December 15th, December 27th. The sandwich. The wellness check. Karen asking me questions about family. The mark on my arm from December 16th that I told no one about. I am not sure what I know anymore. I am not sure what was real. 2:47 a.m. Office floor, sitting. The appendix pain from last week is gone. I lifted my shirt. The tender spot is gone. My arm still has the mark from December 16th. I do not remember what they gave me. I do not remember what I ate. I only know the dates. December 15th, December 27th, the surgery, 2 days. Office adjacent to compartment C. I found a staff ledger, participants transfer program. Administrator, Karen Morrison, quarterly bonus per successful transfer. Nurse, Jennifer Pike, hourly bonus logged on transfer days. Nurse, Rosa Delgado, cash envelope disbursements. Physician, Dr. Samir Khalil, discretionary fund payouts noted. Facilities, night shift security liaison, initialing unreadable. There are dates going back years. Each line has an amount and a subject number. Most have initials. The most recent entries are this month. Subject 19. Transfer completed December 17th. Bonus paid all parties. Subject 21. Transfer scheduled December 27th. No name on subject 21, just a blank line. I know who that is. 3:21 a.m. going back up. I coiled the rope. I clipped the harness. My forearms won't stop trembling. My legs feel like concrete. My jaw is tight. My vision is tunneled. I took a breath and kept going. Halfway to B2, my legs gave out. One moment I had footing. The next I couldn't hold myself up. I locked the ascender and dangled there while my heart thumped slow and heavy in my throat. I tried to will my legs to move. Nothing. The metal of the harness felt cold through my shirt. My hands were slick. The rope creaked. I counted the beats and waited for a better cycle. 3:41 a.m. I could not hold it. I blacked out on the rope. I woke on the B3 landing. My phone said 6:47 a.m. Harness still on, but rope detached. Either I unclipped during the blackout or someone found me and moved me to the landing. Don't know which is worse. My mouth was dry. My shoulders ached like I had been suspended for hours. I remember the protocol sheet I saw on the desk downstairs, the one with the smudged header. It listed the progression. Phase 1. Integration. That was the metallic taste, the hunger. Phase 2. Motor dampening. The file said, subject will experience sudden loss of tensile strength, syncope, involuntary relaxation. That's why my legs gave out. That's why I blacked out. It wasn't exhaustion. It was the schedule, and I remember the header above the timeline. Strategic biological reserve. They aren't testing a cure. They aren't fixing us. They are shelf-stabilizing us. We aren't patients anymore. We're inventory, kept fresh in the dark until the Department of Defense decides they need us. They are turning me off, system by system. The compound is working on me. It is past phase 2 now. Even if I reached the lobby, I would not make it to the desk without falling. I would not stop the transfer in time. The surgery is in 2 days. They do not need me conscious today. They need me alive on Wednesday. 7:15 a.m. Decision made. Stumbled to my feet. I had to use the wall to keep upright. I dragged myself to the emergency exit at the end of the landing. Locked. Keycard reader glowing red. Then the emergency exit at the far end of B3. Steel door. It wasn't just locked, it was bolted. I could see welds along the frame. I checked the freight elevator call button next. Required keycard as well. The offices. I checked every window. all bricked over from the outside. Concrete blocks where glass used to be. Professional masonry work, decades old. The ventilation shaft is the only way out, and I already know I can't make that climb, not in this state, not with Phase 2 progressing. I am going back down to document everything. If I can't escape, I'll film even more undeniable proof. Keep the facts clear, try to preserve the battery as long as I can. I filmed the DoD stencil in the corridor. I kept my voice steady. My breath is shallow now, moving slower, everything is harder. I wedged the phone deep behind the filing cabinet in the office. Had to push it all the way to the back corner where the cabinet meets the wall. You can't see it unless you move the furniture. If someone finds this place, a federal inspector, a demolition crew, someone years from now, they'll search this room. They'll move the furniture eventually, and the phone will fall from where I pressed it between the desk and the wall. But I doubt anyone will ever find me down here with the others. Either way, it's done. I made it to the corridor outside compartment C before my legs completely gave out. Concrete floor, cold against my cheek. I keep thinking about that voicemail, the one from Mom's birthday back in May. I deleted it without listening. I was angry that day. Angry she kept calling. Angry she wouldn't just leave me alone. I never found out what she said. If she was sad, I didn't call. If she just wanted to hear my voice. If she'd tell me she loved me. I'll never know now. A message on her 78th birthday, and I threw it away like junk mail. She won't know to look for me here. When I don't answer next week, she'll think it's like all the other times. That I'm busy, that I'll call eventually. My chest is heavy now. Each breath takes longer than the last. I can hear the ventilation system humming below. The building breathing around me. 6 years I've worked here. Cleaned every floor, knew every corridor, every supply closet. I thought I knew this place. Margaret Chen probably felt like this in 1969, thinking about people she'd never see again. Did she know? Did she understand what they were going to do? Or did she just fall asleep thinking she'd wake up tomorrow? They'll come for me eventually, carry me down to compartment C like they carried all the others. Bed 19 is waiting, my name already written on the chart. I'm sorry, Mom. I should have called back. That closes the chapter on this one. I hope it gave you the chills you were looking for. I'm building the next stories based on your suggestions, so let me know what you want to hear. Subscribe to Lock in Your Spot with the Nocturnal Crew, and I'll see you when the sun goes down. Take care.